So what's up YouTube, this is Max from Zero Productions, and today I'm going to be focusing on individual tactics, small group tactics for medium tanks in Micro Brick Battle. So let's get into it. I couldn't really think of anything that was really stable or that really made sense or was really helpful. I mean, I thought of a few. Now, these normally don't have very high movement points. Now, there's some that do. Some have really high movement points. But, you know, relatively stable. I know some definitely have really low movement points. But you can use them, first of all, to guard, you know, bigger tanks, heavy tanks, artillery convoys. You can use them to like I talked about in the last video, for the strategy where you kind of set up your tanks in such a way that it could provide a little defense, but it was better for your team if your tanks were knocked out, because then there was this kind of impromptu wall of destroyed tanks that then helped you, you know, provide cover for your vehicles and your artillery units and all that stuff. You can use them to move in and take out lighter tanks. I guess that's really like the one thing that they're really good at, is going and clearing out light tanks, or even just defending against light tanks, kind of setting up in such a way that it can protect an artillery piece, but then still kind of be on a semi-offensive to destroy any enemy light tanks, or even act as kind of semi-spotters for the piece of artillery that they are protecting. These also work really well in groups, even of just like two. They can come upon a larger tank and try and take it out, or they can, you know, swarm smaller tanks. That might be even more effective. You can use them to kind of scout ahead and destroy artillery, enemy artillery emplacements. Maybe this would only really work as a distraction or a deflection of sorts, diversion, just to kind of fight or provoke a fight with enemy medium tanks or even heavy tanks, maybe using some of the tactics I already discussed. And yeah, I think, I don't know, I guess that's as far as I can get for this. I also was thinking during the last Micro Brick Battle game that we did, there's a video for that, you can check the link for that in the description down below, but I was thinking, normally what I would do is, like, I would have a tank, and then you'd be able to sight like 3 other tanks, and then I could, for the target declaration phase, I could sight like all 3 and then say, okay, I'm gonna try and take on these 3. I don't think it can work like that. Now it can work the other way around, where these 3 tanks could come up and say, okay, we found this tank, we'd like to take out this tank. Now this one can sight that one, this one can sight that one, and this one can sight that one, and that would work, but I don't think it works the other way around, where this guy can sight all 3. Now I think it's different for artillery. You know, he could sight all these 3 and the artillery could try and take care of that. Maybe, or he could sight all 3 of these, and then there could be 3 different artillery units behind him that would be able to take them out. But I don't think a tank can sight or try and attack any more tanks, like any more than one, I guess, if that makes sense. Now, I don't know for sure. That seems to make sense. It's not mentioned explicitly in the rules for Micro Brick Battle. So, Brickmania, if you're watching, and you know the answer to that, that would be super helpful just to clear that up. I think that's all I've got for you today. Next week, hopefully, I can have another session of the Micro Brick Battle tournament, and I will work out all the fine details for how that works out, but whatever it is, I will see you then.